Well, I appreciate you listening to me and listening to my side of my attachment to the wicket. So thank you.
Well, I feel like those people who say, I hear what you're saying, because that always means I hear what you're saying and I completely
I completely
don't.
disagree. We'll have
That's
to
right.
agree to disagree. This will have to go
Oh,
into
that's
like
right.
the politics realm as well. Okay, we cannot discuss politics nor, wickets before runs or runs before wickets. It'll have to be like an off topic now. But no, it's
That's
good.
it.
Yeah,
It's not polite dinner party conversation.
I guess not. I guess not. And also, not being paid to be a cricket journalist is also completely unreal. um, just following Peter Della Pena and just how
Mhm.
much he's paying and how much he's not making. What do you think about that?
I I think it tells a story of the value of cricket in the US at the moment. You know, I mean, it's all very nice for the ICC to pat themselves on the back and go, "Oh, we've done a great job." But I mean, there's many things that we can question there, which we won't
Not
particularly
today,
delve
anyway.
into at this point. But I think it's and also given that therefore in effect Peter Della Pena, who is paying, he estimated 5 grand US, but when he actually crunched the numbers, it's closer to 10 that it's going to cost him to follow around the World Cup. I think then if you look at it from a spectator point of view, it's certainly not cheap to go to, and the logistics of hopping around from island to island to island, and or from the US down to the Caribbean is it's just a lot. I mean, I was in Barbados. I was so happy and lucky to be in Barbados, but even after 5 or 6 days, I was actually really relieved to be leaving because I'd made friends there who were going on to Antigua and then they were coming back to Barbados, and I thought,
Man.
wow, that's a pretty penny there. But yeah, so for Peter, who's doing so much work, given that you know, I mean, you're the person really to speak about this, but the accessibility of the typical American to the World Cup. I mean, he's a massive channel.
Well, he is, and but then again, there's that discussion of he's the massive channel to the five of us, and I know I'm like playing down the numbers, but to the five of us who at this point
Mhm.
care, mixed between Americans and cultural Americans who want to know what's going on. For like me, who I don't have Willow, I won't ever have Willow.
Mhm.
That's a choice of mine. And so you can say, oh, well, Lily, then just, buy it. And it's like, well, no, this should be just on regular TV, just like it is anywhere else in the world. Which is another, I guess, segue into, who are the people who are going to Antigua and who are going to Barbados? How many of them are Americans? How many of them are cultural Americans? I can tell you probably not very many cultural Americans are going. But at the end of the day, there are people looking on Facebook saying, Peter, what did you see? And so he could say, oh, sorry guys, I can't afford to go. I guess we'll have to, look at the end of the match and, just see how everything turned out. But like you and I both know that when you're passionate and invested in, I guess, a bigger cause, then I don't want to say the money's just money because that's a whole nother topic for another day. But there is something to be said to say, I'm paying this out of pocket to bring this to you because it's important to me.
Absolutely. Yeah. And uh, I don't want to really think about how much it has cost both you and I individually and collectively to do what we've been doing, but we do it. Obviously, it's our choice to do it because we can see the value in it. But then as we're talking, this whole thing brings to mind the tireless, hardworking volunteers all around the world in all of the associate countries and even countries who are not affiliated to the ICC yet. But all the work that they do for cricket, they're certainly not doing it for the money, because 9 times out of 10 there is no money.